What is up, friends? Today's unboxing, reaction, and review is for Magic Square Night Tracer, aka Onslaught. But before we go into all of that, I actually want to talk to you about the giveaway. I mentioned before that I'm going to be giving this entire Magic Square BRUTICUS set away. But in order for me to keep getting these toys, I need you to help me get the views up on these videos. So you'll find a link in the description below for something called the sponsored playlist. Please watch all the BRUTICUS videos, all 5 of them, and then the 6th one when we combine them together, and let TF Safari know that I can help them get views, promote their channel, or promote their store rather, and they can continue to think of me as a worthy partner. Okay, so I appreciate that. And again, this video is brought to you by TF Safari. They have wonderfully given these things to me for free, and I really appreciate it. And if you shop on their store, you can utilize this code over here and get a little bit of a discount. All right. Alrighty, friends, let's get on with it. And I've been kind of fiddling and fuddling with this right now. All the stuff I mentioned is the same. Beautiful box art, thick box, great stuff over here. The alt mode in the back, they all follow the same pattern. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time going over this. But one thing that I mentioned in the other video is that this says 16 up. What's really interesting in Japan, the standard Transformers like Hasbro line, all of those are actually 15 and up. Yeah, so in the US they're being marketed to children 8 and up, while in Japan it's 15 and up. Is that a trip or what? Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting. So similar to all the other ones, we have a little Ziploc bag over here, and that has, from what I've seen, there's the instructions, there's a little holo card, and also the accessories are in there. Yeah, par for the course. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Oh, I was wondering where his blasters were, and the double cannons are on the back. Nice. Yeah, we have the nice little iridescent like holo card. Very nice. You got to collect them all. And then we have an instruction set, and I'm hoping it's not too long. And in the video, we're not going to do the combined mode, the torso mode. We're going to do that later on. But 33 steps, huh? All right, buckle in. But I've been getting used to these guys. I've been getting used to the engineering, how they do them. And here's a little pistola. You know, I'm tripping because I'm used to seeing him with the really long cannon. You know, the one that came with the toy. He had like a rifle or something. But I guess this is based off of the cartoon, and so or not cartoon, sorry, IDW. And so yeah, the chest plate is very different. The cartoon one, it looks like. His chest plate looked like it was from Blast Off. It had the same colors and everything. And I think these fit on the back of the legs of the bots, of the leg bots or something like that. And oh, there's a hinge in here for something. My guess is this opens up. We'll figure that out later. But yeah, this brings back a lot of memories, man, because on my birthday, I think I was in 2nd grade, my mom got me Onslaught, and I remember this chest piece, and it had the little part that goes down, that goes further down in the robot, and it was in silver, I believe, and oh man, this brings back a lot of memories. You know what, just give me 1 second, I'm going to move some of this stuff off the screen. Here he goes. Here he goes. Let's take a look at this guy. Oh, by the way, what I mentioned earlier regarding like the views and stuff like that, I too will do my part in that I'm going to be creating shorts for this set. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I might do like a little carousel of bot mode, alt mode, and then combined mode together or something. But I too will do my part to get the views up as much as possible, because I want to continue to get free toys so that I can do reviews. But also, dude, I love giving these away, dude. Hey, do these come out? Oh, they do. Dude, I love giving toys away. And if you've been a member for the channel for a long time, and by member I just mean like subscriber, you know I give away a lot of stuff. Whether it's my own toys or give away like money. The channel's funds, you know, goes to help charity. And so, you know, I'm pretty blessed in my life, and I'm extremely grateful for that. And but I like to share my blessings as well, because I mean, I'm not Christian. I used to be. And in the Bible, there's stuff about if you hoard your mana spoils, you know, meaning like share your blessings, you know, if you got them, share them. And so, yeah, I would love to continue doing that with regard to these toys. So yeah, if you can support the channel by getting those views up, I really appreciate it. And I hate groveling for views like this, but at the same time, want to keep that sponsorship, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, let's look at this guy. Man, he's nice. Man, he's nice. All the bots that I've seen so far is like there aren't a lot of hollow bits. which means they're like reversey panel formers, meaning most likely, as you can see over here, there's so many pins, right? All of this stuff is going to come undone. I mean, it's very like, I want to say either Masterpiece Megatron or Masterpiece MP44 Optimus Prime. Like they really started, maybe Prime, where they started working with the panels, the reverso legs, and there's a lot of similarity that I see. Not necessarily the same, but in terms of like transforming design philosophy, excuse me. But yeah, no, he looks good. This doesn't turn, but that's fine. The original one didn't turn either. It just kind of like plugged in. But yeah, you can see there's a bunch of panels just folded in on itself. Looks very smooth. Like paint apps were necessary. Like I think these are paint apps over here. But most of the Magic Square stuff is just pretty much like a matte finish on top of that vinyl. And I don't know. I don't think that's hateful. But to be completely honest, I do prefer the sheen that New Age has. And if I'm talking a little bit fast, I just chugged some caffeine. I chugged a cup of coffee before this. Yeah, I mean, they all have standard range of motion. And by standard, I mean like all the universals and stuff. Like this is almost a given now these days, even in the Hasbro mainline, you know, being posable and stuff like that is just, we have the technology to do so. And everybody expects it at this point. And so as Bobby Skullface would say, the full Monty, full Van Damme, you know, the great Bobby Skullface. And it's one of the reasons actually when I started this channel, I started wearing the mask because that's what Bobby does, you know. I really like that gimmick of having a separate persona, almost like Batman. And, oh, these move. That's kind of cool. Yeah, well, shout out to Bobby Skullface, who I know doesn't know me. But yeah, shout out to Bobby. But yeah. The colors are consistent with what I remember Onslaught to be, you know. It's this kind of, I don't know what to call this, like blue-green against this like khaki olive. And the color deco is nice. I would love to have an outfit like this. Head moves on the swivel. And like, I'm not going to go too much into it. But yeah, he has like almost a double elbow. And probably by virtue of transformation. Maybe. And these are interesting, that the tires are on the underside over here, and there's some tires, and like, I'm wondering if he has like some faux tires, you know? Like he has these things over here. Like, wonder what those are for. Like, are these fake? And are these just for design? Huh, I guess so, right? Because it wouldn't make any sense for these tires to be the same ratio and scale as that, so wow. Yeah, I guess it's all just a part of the design aesthetic. But anyway, I've yammered and yammered long enough. Let's start transforming this guy. And I will be taking like little breaks and pauses when I'm transforming this in the event that I get stuck somewhere. So that's how we'll kind of go about doing it, okay? The Magic Square stuff is really interesting in that like they color code stuff. Green is first, red is second. And yeah. So first they say bring this flap down. And I've gotten used to, oh, and you can see the tire there. I've gotten used to how much force can be applied. Okay, but I'm still scared over here. Perhaps this is not... Oh, okay. Yeah. This is the extent of which you're supposed to bring it down. Then it says separate this. Oh. Interesting. Okay, I can't fully open them yet. But I was able to kind of hinge them apart. But on the picture, it says you can open it all the way. Give me 1 second, all right? All right, and we're back. One of the things I found out is that when they were talking about separating it, they were talking about this. And so I just kind of pulled on the cannons, and then they came off. And so, okay. So now we have them like that, all right? Next, it says bring the arms up. And then we're rotating this 180 degrees at the elbow. No, just at the forearm. Based on what the image, just on what the pictures look like. No, not even that. It's just the wrist. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So I got everything up there. And following all the cues on like where the tires and the pins and everything look, I believe I've gotten this, I've done it correctly. And so we've just spun it on the forearms. And yeah, everything has like lined up. And okay, so far so good. And then it says close this up. But oh, it also says I'm supposed to pull this down. Sorry. So I have pulled this down. And then it says bring the little side flaps up. So I've done that. Just want to make sure that I've gotten all the steps. I can't really, this step right over here, it says like bring the fists back, or like I think they're saying all right, 1 second. All right. What it looks like it's asking me to do is so I got to orient the forearm so that this is forward, and then the wheels come down. Then I got to bring the hand up. I want to make sure that these flaps are securely tabbed in, and everything holds in really quite well. And that's one of the things that I've seen. Everything tabs in, plugs in, and kind of stays where it's supposed to be. And so it's pretty well manufactured, except for that slight blemish that we found on Blast Off. Yeah, and then from here, like these are still open, which allows us to kind of like come back, because before they were like latched in over here. Everything was held in and locked in by that, but this allows us to do this. And now it's saying bring the arms up. Okay, and I guess we're not doing anything with Onslaught's head. So I brought this up. I think it's saying bring out these flaps. So this back part, they said I can close it again. And the waist looks like it's being rotated 180 degrees. But it does look like these flaps are supposed to come out. Just got to make sure I get the proper clearance. That doesn't feel good. I did what they asked, but not without a little flexing. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Perhaps I can improve it when I do the other side. Like, is the chest supposed to hinge out or something? Because this is here, and no, I don't think the chest flexes out. But yeah, I had to kind of flex that down a little bit, and didn't necessarily like how that felt. And then this will slide up to tab in there. And then, yeah, it looks like all of this bit is going to come untabbed, and maybe I can do it right now. I'll do a couple things out of sequence, I suppose. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm seeing it now, but yeah, so this hood, like, and I know it's vinyl plastic, and people tell me that it's a lot more durable than it appears, but boy, these are thin though. These are pretty thin. And I am still exercising caution while I'm doing this. I'm not ultra ham-fisting it. Like, some of the Hasbro stuff I can ham-fist. A lot of the Hasbro stuff, in fact, because it's made for kids. But this, I'm being a bit careful about. I do want to see the order of operations in which... So the hood looks like it's the last thing. Yeah, the hood looks like it's the last thing to kind of latch on. So I'm bringing this down and cinching in this side door and then tabbing the arm bit to the underside of the hood of the car. And then closing this all up. Okay. Yeah, everything fits in. Everything fits in really well. Just like once you get to the destination, you're like, ah, awesome. But man, getting there is a little bit of a chore, and not necessarily even chore, just a little nerve-wracking. There's a bunch of tires that are right there. So very interesting how that's going to all play out. But so far, so good. Maybe I wasn't supposed to close these yet. I don't know if it really makes a difference. But it says... Yeah, so maybe I wasn't supposed to close this up. But again, I'm not sure if it really makes a difference. I feel like it doesn't. So okay, so I've lifted this up. And I think that's going to allow, yeah. It was kind of locked in. And so after you kind of flex that back, these tires are coming out, but there is a second set of tires in here that have to fold out. And I'm not exactly sure what's the right method to go about doing that. Like, I don't know if this, no, I don't think this chest is supposed to flex down anymore. All right, so let's say I didn't close this door. Does that give me more give? One second. All right, there was this piece right here that was like up like this. And by the way, I don't think I needed to untab these. It says bring this down, and I'm not sure if that does something for clearance, but man, getting this one out was not fun. I flipped it and I opened it up at the same time. You see stuff is like rubbing up against each other. And so I think what's better is if I have the tire up, I begin to flip this out, and then I bring that, oh. Okay, you know what? That's probably the best way. When the tires are up, just kind of flip and force your way out of that. Ooh, all right. Okay, but so far so good. And then it says tab these in. And then it says bring this forward, which is all fine. Sorry, let me just adjust the camera. So, okay, so I think this part is done, kind of. Whatever, dude. We'll go with it. The legs are right here. Oh, it says open these up. Okay, brought these up. Then it says spin this. Spin the outer part 180 degrees. What? Or maybe they mean up. I think they meant up. And then it says fold these parts up. All right. And also mentions bring these parts out. Then now it says the shin you want to bring up. You got to move the foot down a tiny bit, or even just move it out of the way, I suppose. All right, so far so good. That's what I mean. The leg panel reversing in on itself reminds me of some of the modern day masterpieces. It says bring the, I don't know if it's saying bring the toe down. Maybe they just mean like, I actually don't know what they mean. But whatever, dude. We'll just dislodge it for the time being. Maybe they mean... I actually don't know what they mean. All right, 1 second. All right, now, so what's happening is the leg is being lengthened. It's being stretched out, and so there's a hinge over here, and then you're going to basically bring that down. And then you're going to start folding the foot up into this cavity. Wait a minute. Okay, just like that. Yeah. And then from there, you're going to fold this bit down. And everything, again, is going to just tab in there, kind of snug as a bug in a rug. You're going to fold the heels up, so everything is just in there. So far, so good. So now, I think it's saying close this part up. And yeah, you can see that it just tapped in there again. And they do a lot of stuff to make it so that, like, the fit is, like, very secure. Then it looks like this should... All right, hold up. Maybe I'm doing something out of sequence. But okay, I think I got it though. And then folded that up. And then, so now we're bringing these two halves together. We're tabbing these in. I don't know if it's a push tab. Oh, okay. And then here, it's a staggered tab, meaning you got to come from top to bottom. All right. And then, whoa, nuts, dude. So after I've got to make sure this is all cleaned up, you got to move this 90 degrees or lift and get it out of the way, because this apparently is going to go all over there. I think it's supposed to... Okay, well, let's just start with one first. I want to make sure that everything's tabbed in. Yeah, because I was wondering what they were going to do about the gap. That's another thing that's common to their engineering. They don't leave any unsightly gaps. And so this looks like, if I can just line everything up properly. But see, this looks a little off. like it's at this angle, and I feel like they wouldn't do something like that. And so when I see that, I get the impression that I did something wrong, but no, it looks like it's lining up. One second. This bit is getting in the way, that little bit, but I don't see, I'm trying to see if it's like lifted up anywhere. I get the sense that it is. Yeah, I get the sense that, one second. All right, I believe I got it. It was these bits, and I had a clearance issue, and so I felt that I had to move them out of the way. And after I lifted these bits up, I was able to move them, and I should be able to. Maybe I can't fully close them. We'll see. But yeah. Move that to the side. Bring this one forward. And yeah, see, everything sits flush. Yep. That's how they do it. That's how they do it, smooth and fluid. And everything just kind of magically, no pun intended, magic squarely tapped in place. This though, okay, I just had to press up because I was like, the tires don't seem level. And then this, I got to figure out, all right, well, they mention it over here on the bottom. Oh, wow. So I thought these were going to either cinch over here or cinch over here. No, it's not. It's right here. And then that, once you're able to, oh, and then there's an extra flap that you bring out. Then you just, can't get this one to turn. Okay, just have to flex a little bit. And once you get that and you align it, so I think this is supposed to be flat, but for some reason I can't get mine to sit flat. And I'm not sure what I did wrong. Oh, huh? So there's something I must be doing wrong. But I can't quite figure out what that might be. Like, I feel like, oh, I just have to lift up. Just have to adjust the legs. And then yeah, and then tab everything at this point, and this one should tab in a little bit more deeply. There's a little bit of extra. Well, maybe it doesn't fully tab in, or it should. Tab that one in. You just gotta give it a little force. But there is, I could see, not flash necessarily, but okay, yeah. Ooh. That's it, man. Yo, he's nice, dude. He's nice, man. Like, I gotta admit, when we started this journey with Swindle, I mean, one, I have a bit of a bias against panel formers, but I've grown to kind of appreciate this, man. Everything is like really tight, like, and once you kind of figure out their design philosophy of what they're doing, how they do things, and you're just kind of in that mindset with them, it's not as confusing anymore. This was pretty enjoyable, I'm going to say. I think Blast Off was the easiest. Vortex was a little if. Swindle gave me the most trouble. Brawl was pretty easy, and this guy I feel like was also pretty easy. Well, not easy, but at least difficult, but still enjoyable. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is fun. This was fun. This was fun. Wow. And now I'm thinking, like, how are these boys gonna all get into the Bruticus form? You know, how is this guy gonna become a chest? And how is this all gonna happen? But I guess we'll see it go down in the next video, friends. Yeah, yeah. Very, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Man, brings back a lot of memories. You have outdone yourself, Magic Square, because I used to own some of the Magic Square stuff, and honestly, I thought some of their stuff was pretty mid, you know, especially compared to New Age. And yeah, New Age is not perfect either, but newfound respect, actually. And part of me wants to keep this, but of course I'm not going to do that. I got it for free, so I'm going to pass it on to you for free. I mean, I got to eat a little bit. I got to eat shipping costs, so that's on me. But whatever, dude. So again, if you want me to keep getting free toys so that I can give them away to y'all, please remember to watch the sponsored video playlist and help me get those views up so that they continue to sponsor me. Cool? And I will do my part in creating the shorts, and then let's rock and roll, G.I. Joe. Let's go. All right? Thanks for watching, friends, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Yeah, bigger, better, on to bigger and better Bruticus things. Bye-bye.